What is it like for you, Darrell? Because I know you're conservative. I know your politics. I've gleaned so much from you. What is it like having your views and living in California? What's that like?
Yeah, California is different, and just so your viewers and listeners will know. Let me give a little bit of background. I'm a native of Atlanta, Georgia. My wife Melissa and I, we relocated to Southern California in January of 2019 to so I could take an opportunity here to join the staff at Grace to You, which is the Bible teaching ministry of John MacArthur. And most of your viewers probably know that John MacArthur's church, Grace Community Church, is based here in Southern California. So my wife and I relocated from Atlanta to Valencia, California in January of 2019. So I've been here close to 2 years now. And I have to say that one of the things, there are many things that I'm still getting used to in this transition from Georgia to California. And one of those things is just the political climate here.
Yeah.
The political climate here seems to me, as an outsider, having been here for almost a couple of years now, the political climate here is such that long-term residents of the state, natives of the state, seem content to put up with and adjust to some of the most onerous, burdensome laws and regulations, all for the sake of being able to live in a state where the weather is nice every day.
Right, right.
That's what it seems to me. I mean, this
Right.
is this some of the things I'm learning. I've been able to vote in 2 elections now since I moved here to California. I've been able to vote in 2 elections here, and some of the things, the referendums and whatnot that you see on the ballots, especially here in LA County, where I live, are just unbelievable.
Right.
There was the cost of living here, the the degree to which government uh, basically runs, or to a very great degree influences life here in this state.
Right.
It just seems to be, to me anyway, where most of the folks who live here, they just sort of put up with it.
Right.
There's nothing that they won't push back on from the standpoint of government intrusion in
Right.
exchange for the sun coming out every day, as if the government had anything to do with the sun coming out every day.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's man, the regulation, it always seems like, it's safety versus liberty, right? It seems like in order to for a government to be able to take more individual liberty away from its citizens, there has to be some kind of trade that the citizens find attractive. They have to see the value in it. And it always seems like public safety, it becomes the bait for citizens to be willing to forfeit individual freedom, individual liberty. And so it's, I mean, I grew up in Texas, and at the end of this year, I'm taking, leading a team of 20 people out of California, leaving our church to plant a new church in the Republic of Texas, going back. And in Texas, if you want to ride in the bed of a truck, it's dangerous. Your safety is in jeopardy, but you have the freedom to be stupid. Right,
Mhm.
like the government's not reaching in when I'm taking a shower to turn down the hot water so I don't burn myself. It's just get out of my bathroom, get out of my house, get out of my life, and give me freedom. But I think if you can scare the populace, right, with some kind of, and that's why it seems like the Democratic Party, it's always some kind of threat, right? It's climate crisis, it's COVID-19. There's
Right.
always got to be some kind of threat to the public safety, to where the people will say, we'll pay you in freedom for you to give us back in return our safety. And that trade, a lot of the country is not willing to make, but Californians, they love to make that trade. I don't know what it is. I haven't been able to figure it out.
I like that sort of wordplay you're doing there. We're in trade with the government in exchange for good weather here in California. Yeah, we'll put up with
Yeah.
higher taxes. We'll put up with more burdensome regulations. We'll put up with, especially in the midst of this COVID
Right.
situation, and we'll put up with more restrictions on our freedoms. And you look at, for example, Virgil and I, in the past couple of months, we've done a lot of travel.
Mhm.
We've probably been to 5 or 6 states, going to speak at one church or another. And the thing that I've learned in our recent travels is that once you're outside of California, that's America. It's outside of California.
Yeah.
Everything outside of California is relatively normal still. We've been to Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, through Texas, Missouri, states like that. So once you're outside of California, that seems like America. But once you're back in California, in California, then it really has the feel in contradistinction to those other states that this is very much an element of a third world nation, Venezuela, Cuba, North Korea, because you can't even listen when you have the government telling you now what you can and can't do within the confines of your own private residence.
Right.
Then your residence is no longer private.
That's right.
Your residence is no longer private. When the government just by edict, okay, just by edict, when a Newsom or the government of Washington State or the governor of Michigan can just by edict sign their name to a document and say that within your own home, you can only have a certain number of individuals present, and even when they're present, you must be masked up. This is this is within your own home. Now, when that happens, when that happens, as it's happening right now, something has got to click within your mind that this is not supposed to be happening in America. It is not. Now, we all know as Christians, as believers in the Lord Jesus Christ, that the law has its place. Law has its place. But when what we're seeing right now is a total bastardization of the role that the God-given role that government was designed by God to play in the context of Romans 13. This is not that role.
No, it's not.
So when we have objective empirical evidence that government, instead of governing, is now ruling. So it's one thing to govern, it's another thing to rule. Okay. Government exists to govern, not to rule over us. So something has got to click in your head that says when I'm being, reminds me of Frederick Douglass said this. Frederick Douglass said, I didn't know I was a slave until I couldn't do the things I wanted. That's what's happening right now. We are being made slaves in a country that was founded on freedom, a country that was founded so they couldn't become slaves.
Thanks for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, we hope that you'll take a moment and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can watch more content like this. Also, take a moment and give this video a like so that it can reach more people. And take a moment and click on the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we come out with new content. Thanks so much. God bless.